Yes, my friends, welcome back. I thought let me do something a bit different today with today's video. I've been inspired by how we're looking under Pochettino in our pre-season tour. Some great performances. We're seeing attacking identity. We're seeing players building understanding and cohesion together. And these are some important details that I have not seen in this team for like over 2 years. So I've been a very, very happy guy. So today I'm going to react to some of the key performers in yesterday's 1-1 draw against Newcastle. Hit that like button and of course let me know in the comments as well too. But before we get into anything, today's video was brought to you by OneFootball. Download OneFootball to stay up to date to all our latest transfer news. We're still expecting to do more business before the window ends and obviously to see how we performed in our pre-season games. As you guys can see, we saw the lineup yesterday against a very strong Newcastle team. I feel like 4-2-3-1 is the go-to, with Matson being the surprise inclusion on the right flank, and I thought this guy performed really well. But of course, in terms of how the game went, very even statistically, very even in terms of shots. We had just a bit more compared to Newcastle, and I felt like at times we really kind of like nullified Newcastle a bit more than what they could do to us. So there's a lot of like improvements and there's a lot of promise here. So my friends, if you guys want to download OneFootball, you will find a link below in the description and all the QR codes on screen too. So let's start things off by seeing Nkunku's performance against Newcastle. This is the first time that Nkunku and Nicolas Jackson actually played together, so I was excited for this game. As we can see here, you know, Nkunku didn't get as many touches in the game. He had a lot of like transitional threat in terms of he found himself in great positions between the lines to help us carry the ball up the field and on counter-attacks. Nice pass by Kasadi to find him on the left hand side. A lot of times Nkunku was drifting on the right hand side and the left in the middle. He had a lot of positional freedom and flexibility. This was a super pass from Enzo to find Christo. It's a shame that no one was making the overlapping run on the right hand side. That was a missed opportunity there. Maybe when Reece is a bit more fit, he would naturally be in that position, right? But here, it's interesting that Nkunku, you know, he was kind of fluctuating between having more advanced positions on the field further up and actually coming back a bit deeper. I think at times Pochettino wanted like a 4-1-4-1 structure to help us more like solids in the middle. So it's nice that Nkunku can provide that tactical option to help strengthen the team. And he's there on the right hand side. Wins the free kick, tries to make the decoy running behind then, but again, nice aggression with the header, which he wins, and Nico just couldn't get the, you know, shot on target. But I just like his like technique when he carries, you know, and he's deceptively fast. And Nkunku, there's a reason why at Leipzig this guy was leading their counter-attacks a lot. He knows how to like do those like speed boosts and like to accelerate away and how to get his body in front and just how to gain those little yards extra as well to get past your man. But that's a nice little bit of pauses to find like the best solution. No one was there. All he could do was pass back into midfield realistically. But this was nice little play here. And this is what Nkunku's all about really, to be honest with you. I mean, look at the position he's picking up on the right hand side. Obviously he sees he's in the oceans of space. It's like, okay, Gallagher, I've made the passing angle for you now, you know. Play it to me. Good pass by Gallagher to try and play it onto his right foot, because Nkunku's one step ahead. He's thinking the minute I receive that, my right foot's going to be the one that takes the touch away from the opposition so I can strike them with my left foot. Got 2 feet, nice effort to test the keeper, and again, that was nice little play then under pressure. He's very good at protecting the ball, similar to like Eden Hazard. I feel like that's one of those skills they really teach in like French football. Nice hold-up play against, you know, I don't know who that is, too blurry to see. But nice little composed play then, you know. It wasn't his most effective performance, it was a little bit quiet, but we saw a little bit more of what Nkunku can do off the ball, and that was a very interesting game to see. So right now, let's look at yesterday's best player in Nicolas Jackson. And straight off the bat, yeah, little details I like. Look how Nico is very comfortable dropping deep to link up. Now, right now, the Newcastle defense has no one to pick up. But the thing by having a striker or forward player that can offer what Jackson does, it encourages third man runs, it encourages movement. See, Matson's the most advanced guy right now, but look at all the combinations we have. We've got 3 guys close to each other, between the lines, and we have an outlet on the left hand side. That's creating danger, because now look at the Newcastle players. It's like one line on the left, one line on the right hand side. That will force people to get out of position now to engage with the nearest man, and that's how you create those disruptions, which I really like. It's a shame nothing came from that move. The pass was backwards, but still, moments like that, as we get better as a team, we can definitely improve. And also details like that, my guys. Like, one thing us fans ask for from any of our players: put in that work rate, put in that defensive shift off the ball. There's been mid guys, like, you know, not in their careers, but we've had guys that haven't been successful here, you know, Shevchenko, Morata, Torres, etc, etc. But one thing they all showed bare minimum was work rate off the ball, striking back to win those tackles. And that's what Nico literally did right here. And it's a very good thing to see. That is what Chelsea strikers do. Dispossesses that then, and look how he's already getting ready to kickstart another counter-attack. Nice shielding then, and I like how this guy is very confident with his touches in tight areas. You know, that touch he received then takes it away from the defender straight, and then he wins a foul for us, and that applies pressure now on Newcastle from a set piece. Good upper body strength right there. Plays it, second touch to Nkunku, who carries it forwards. And there, another counter-attack he leads, trying to put in his shift, defending a set piece. Nice pass in front to find Nkunku. And there's the goal right here, my guys. I mean, obviously, let's watch the goal first before I break it down. But here, let's just break this down for a sec here. Obviously, I like how the move starts. Look how Matson now is just peeling backwards from his man into that space. He's thinking, listen, Kasadi, I'm making that angle for you to pass. I know you'll see Mirk on the left hand side. Don't play it to that guy. There's about 3 of us now in these central areas. Try and find the vertical play, which he does. Matson controls the ball with his right foot. And when he does that, of course, because they always stress in football, have a positive body orientation when he receives. Because now that he received on his right foot, he can now see the run that Jackson's making. And then his second touch is a perfectly weighted ball in behind. And look how Nico Jackson literally creates that move. I'm not even going to play it right now. Let's look at Nico one more time. Look at his position right there. He's in between 2 Newcastle defenders. And he's not like man-to-man against them. He's in that no man's land zone between them. Because one will have to engage, right? And that's how we create our overloads. We're seeing that Nkunku is also in the position between the left back and, of course, the centre back. And obviously we have Mudryk, who's the outlet out wide, who can also be that additional option we turn to if we had to. But we didn't in this moment because Nico, of course, he has the acceleration and the intelligence, the time that run perfectly in behind that defence. And that's what encourages Matson to make the pass then. The pass is that good that all Nico has to focus on is the area he's going to finish that. And it's a nice, composed, easy finish right inside bottom corner. Brilliant goal from a guy that is looking to show that, wow, he's having a bit of a transformational effect in this team, because nearly everything we've done in terms of goals and producing moments has come from Nico Jackson. So yeah, this guy is looking like the striker of our dreams at the moment. It might be a bit hyperbolic, but come on, I've seen a lot of strikers over the years who have not done well. I've known why they haven't. He's got the profile and criteria. Now look, that wide outlet as well on the counter-attack. Like, he curves his run there to try and get on that. And I think he wins a free kick afterwards as he's taken down. I mean, that type of just versatility, man, is so important. So important. Back post, not able to, of course, head the ball like he wanted to. Puts the pressure in on Gordon. And this is what I mean. Unrelenting. This was a sick piece of play right here. The footwork. Nah, Nico is serious, man. Like, again, he doesn't give up. You know, he's aggressive. He starts pressurizing straight away. One man, boom, get on the floor, Anthony. Get out of here, my guy. Firms the next challenge. I don't know what that guy's doing, but he's already lost it already. Look at the strength from Nico. Great touch away. Ah, come on, look at the footwork, bro. Did you see that? One more time with that footwork, the step overs. Look at the balance and the agility that he has. Look, his body's not all over the place. It's in complete control. Look at the speed of those step overs as well. Sorry, one more time. Let me actually see this. That's the difference, bro. The footwork was lightning fast. He is going to be one of the biggest surprise packages of the Premier League season, because I don't think many people know what this guy's about really, which is going to work in our favour. That's a Nico, can drift to the left to link up and combine with teammates. He's not a static guy, he's always on the move. Look here, spearheading another counter-attack. No pass option in front of him in that moment. So now let's assess Ian Matson playing in an unfamiliar right wing position, which isn't really unfamiliar. Matson, if you guys have been following his career, he's been one of those guys that's always played like down either flank, as an attacking mid, as a midfield player, wing back. He's one of those like, I'm a proper football player and I can kind of play any position. And I think it was interesting that Poch decided to use him on the right hand side, because as we know, Poch likes that hybrid of like a right winger slash midfield player, and having someone intelligent like Matson where, okay, he can come back to help support you defensively to keep that structure. But in terms of those positions he finds in field too, he can do that. He can cut inside with his left foot. Poor touch there in that moment. Unlucky. Couldn't burst away then. But at this moment right here, this was just great play that summarizes Matson's intelligence here. Really take that back one more time. Just follow his run. How he's just, walking backwards to free up that space for himself. And as I said, one touch. Right foot, second touch, left foot, powerfully weighted, back spin pass in behind, and the weight of that was so good that Jackson didn't have to think about what to do next. It was like, okay, you've set it up for me perfectly. Let me focus my mental energy on actually finishing it now. But that's it. Tracking back, making the overlap and run on the right hand side, and these positions here where he's like in the right channel, combining close to the midfields. This is like really intelligent stuff right here as well too. And of course, he's also taking the set pieces, which really surprised me as well. He does have a good cross on him. He does have good set piece takes. Nice pressurizing there, and a nice pass in behind on the left hand side to try and find Nkunku. Bit of footwork, or nope. Again, okay, instead of just blindly playing across, then he looks to pick out a teammate. And I just like when players have that bit of composure in their play in the final third, where it's not improvised and rushed. It's like, I'm trying to do something with this. Obviously, he's not afraid to take shots. Look, and this is what I like. He came back out from, okay, this was a completely different moment. Oh, this edit, man. But yeah, the guy's got a goal threat. What, 10 goals and assists for Barney last season. Yeah, come on, this guy's a techie player, and even nice little bits of play like that, the angle's getting closed off. You got the skill just to play a little back heel pass back into the space and just maintain possession then. A few little step overs, nice control and footwork. Combine well on the right hand sides, and another set piece, another dangerous corner just behind everyone then. We focus now on Enzo Fernandez. I love this pass he played to Nkunku. Like, this is why he's going to really help us in terms of these transitional moments under Pochettino. He played on the left hand side of the pivot against Newcastle. But I feel like his performance was kind of interesting because it also kind of showed a bit of limitations, not per se due to Enzo, but because he doesn't have that partner that can let Enzo push up more like this to get into these positions, to link up and combine with the attack. I felt like Kasade and others and Gallagher had more license to get forward. Enzo played a bit deeper at times, but I'm hoping we didn't spend over 100 million on a guy to really just play deep all the time. Like, Enzo can do a lot more. So yeah, found him in a sticky moment there, but somehow is able to keep the ball. Looking for movement options and a nice switch pass. Always to find Reece James with a switch ball. Like, I remember we'd have players who would be vacated in space, but we used to play such a short passing possession game all the time that it's like we would never even play the ball quickly with a switch ball to find these guys. It would frustrate me to no end. So I'm loving that we've kind of addressed these issues by getting the right manager and getting some of the right players too. Kept things ticking, but as you're seeing, it was like more of like I needed a bit more game time now to get my full match fitness back. We're seeing some of his passing displays here. Moments like this, listen, that was an offsides, but these are the moments Enzo's passing can really benefit this team with. And with more time and understanding with the teammates, yeah, these passes will unlock teams even more. Now, I'm hoping that Enzo can be more like Cesc this season, where he can get forward like this. Like moments like this, look at the breakaway that wins the ball, dispossesses. Bit of a poor pass then to find Nico at the outside of the boot pass. But that's what Enzo can do on the transition. Nice little clip over the top to try and find Nkunku. The idea was good. His shooting's been a bit off in terms of not necessarily hitting the target as much. But these things don't really faze me. I think Enzo is just one of those guys that just has supreme quality. And I think this game highlighted that we need to sign the right partner for him. I feel like for all the talent and potential our mids have, they aren't the right partners for Enzo to be the best Enzo Fernandez. I mean, that was another offside pass. But again, the movement just... It's like instead of like Enzo was constantly playing passes horizontally, switch balls all the time last season, now they're a lot more vertical. And that's what I really like. No option then. Someone should have made that overlap, but that's how you know Reece James isn't fully match fit, because that run should have been made, because that's who Enzo is looking for right now. See, he couldn't make the pass then. Yeah. There's little details like that. But anyway, I thought it was a nice performance from Enzo, but it's a constant reminder. Sign his partner, bro. Sign his partner, and that has to be Casado. It has to be Casado. Anyway, my guys, I'm going to wrap things up and keep things moving. There might be a news video out later today, so stay tuned. And yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying everything I'm making this summer. So I'm NiniFC. This is BlueLionsTV. I'll catch you guys later with some more videos. Cool.